to our grand finale of this public speaking series, week 5 on Impromptu Speech Mastery by incredible Nancy Shah. So, this is the fifth week that we are into, and this is not the last but not the least of this session on this public speaking series. So, without, I do not have to much introduce Nancy now. So, it's without your further ado. Let's give us our full attention and enthusiasm to Nancy as she will lead us through this last but not the certainly least session of public speaking series. So, let's make a count for ourselves and for the transformation journey that we had this September. So over to you, Nancy. We can start with this session today.
Thank you so much, Adhika. Hello, everybody. Hi, Ekta. How are you? Hello, Dr. Subrit. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. I can see there are 81 people here in this webinar right now. How are you all? Give me a thumbs up if you're doing well, if you're fine, or probably you can share some reaction or type in a chat. I know it's Friday and this time it is going to be a long weekend. So I am sure a lot of people will have a lot of plans. I've got some mine as well. Yes. I'm not getting thumbs up from most of the people. I want it from everybody. Everybody. I want your presence here by this time. We have to join not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. We have to get involved and we have to be present over here, everyone. I'm super happy to share this with you that it's been total 5 sessions. This is the fifth one. And when we conceptualized this entire idea, we were also not sure how things would go. But then I think in every session, we had more than 100 plus participants joining in. And that is the biggest testament of how it worked out. So first, let's have a big round of applause for you all for being there for throughout this journey. And thanks to Ethika Insurance Broking and Ekta and team for coordinating everything and ensuring that we do everything as per the requirement, dot on time, as per the planned schedule. So that is very important because see, committing something is easy and following that commitment and doing it is actually a difficult task. But somehow we all, when I say we all, it not only includes me, but Team Ethika, you guys as an audience, the HRs of your company who have forwarded details with you on a right time, everybody who was involved into the entire channel, entire system has done a remarkable job, and we must have a big round of applause for them. I know this is not a thanking time. We still have time. I'll conduct this session and after that we'll have it. But I can't forget this before beginning this session. Okay, so with this, let me tell you what are we going. Participation is 98 by now. Wonderful. What are we going to do today? Let me give you a review and recap of what we did till this date in this particular webinar. So, day one, we talked about how you can overcome stage fear. Day two, we talked about how you can create good content. Day three, we talked about presentability, your body language, voice modulation, and overall stage presence. Day four, we learned jam technique of creating speeches on your own just in 10 minutes. And today is the day where we are going to test everything that we have learned by learning to deliver impromptu speeches. What are impromptu speeches? In most of the situations in life, we do not get time to prepare. If you have time to prepare, I've taught you the way to do it. Okay. Brainstorm, write down your speech, review your draft, prepare yourself, practice it a little, add your body language, voice modulation, everything into it. And if required, use jam technique to do it. That all is fine. And that's the first option. If you have even 10 minutes, you should prepare and go on stage and speak. Never be a speaker who is not prepared. Nobody likes a speaker. Imagine if I come over here and tell you, guys, it's a Friday afternoon. It was a crazy morning for me. I've been running here and there since morning. And, honestly, I could not prepare much, but I'm here. So, we'll do something within this one. Would you like if I just come and tell you that because I'm here, I'll do something, but I'm not that prepared? Would you like it? I don't really think that anybody would like it. You need to respect the time of your audience that they are giving you. Be it any number, be it 5 people, 7 people, 10 people, or 10,000 people. You have to respect the time that your audience is giving you. And that's why we always need to try to be prepared. But in some situations, we do not have that chance. Okay. Sometimes somebody asks you to speak something spontaneously. Sometimes you're given a topic on the spot, or sometimes just mic is in your hand on the spot and you have no idea what you're supposed to do and how. And that's where impromptu speeches will help. Impromptu speeches are those speeches where where you get very less time, like hardly 1 or 2 minutes, or no time at all to think upon something and prepare your speech, but you still need to deliver a talk. Today, I'm going to help you with how you can handle such situation. How many of you face such situation? Type me in the chat box if you face such situations where you do not have much time to prepare and you still need to deliver a speech or a talk on the spot in any situation. Type me in the chat box if you have ever faced this or if you ever come across something like this. Okay, a lot of me's coming into the chat. Okay, so those of you who are joining the session for the first time, be prepared. Chat box will have a lot of messages and you are compulsory going to participate into it. Okay, I'll make sure that you all respond because that's how we do our sessions. Okay, so I don't want any person who is just doing some work on the screen meanwhile and listening to me. Please, guys, please do some favor to yourself. Drop everything aside and pay attention. I'm sure you'll get something meaningful here. Take up notepad and pen if you want to note down something, and type me in the chat box if you also need to face this challenge sometimes where you don't have much time to prepare but you still need to talk and deliver a speech on the spot. Okay, a lot of people have responded already and people are still typing. Honestly, whether you say it or not, I know that this is the truth. No matter what role you are at, no matter which company you work for, or no matter what is your designation or age group or anything, you will get a situation where you have to speak on the spot. And this doesn't only happen in the office, it would also happen probably in your personal gatherings, your social gatherings, in some community groups, in some NGOs if you're part of, everywhere. So, how to deal with it? That's what we are going to talk about today. This is the first step. And second, then I have a surprise for you where we will try few impromptu speeches here depending on availability of time. And also, this is volunteered. Okay, I would not force anybody per se to do it compulsorily. Anybody, if you really want to try, just stay tuned. What are we going to do is we'll give you a topic on the spot. That would be any random topic across from the world, and we'll give you 1 minute to speak on the same. So this will be your opportunity to deliver a speech in front of everybody over here. How many of you are excited for it? Type EEE or excited if you feel excited. I am going to actually give you a chance to speak impromptu over here in front of everybody. And you cannot miss this. And before we begin with impromptu, let me share one thing with you. Impromptu is crazy for everyone. And when I say everyone, I am also part of it. Okay. So I can never say that, okay, give me any topic and I'll be able to speak on it. No, it doesn't work. Sorry, it doesn't work that way, right? I also have my goosebumps. I also have my heartbeats racing when I speak on impromptu speeches. And I also fumble sometimes and I also probably not able to do much justice to the topic because I'm not much aware about it. So impromptu is crazy for everyone and there is no like a secret key or there is no shortcut or there is no master technique through which you would be able to guarantee कि every time आप impromptu में participate करोगे और वो अच्छा ही होगा ऐसा कुछ possible नहीं हो सकता. Okay, there is nothing like that. All you can do is I can give you few tips and techniques which you can just keep in mind while delivering impromptu speeches, and that will help you in some other way. Okay, so what I'm sharing over here are just tips that I want to share with you. But believe me, it gives me also a very tough time जब impromptu on the spot देना होता है टॉपिक के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं होता है. तो यहाँ पे आज अगर आप impromptu speech deliver कर रहे हो तो don't judge yourself based on this because that's the same thing for everyone. And at the same time, give it a try. Don't run away. If you run away here, where will you practice? We are giving you an opportunity to try impromptu here, so you should not miss on that. Okay. So I want really a good participation from all of you. Before we begin with impromptu speeches, let me give you few tips on how you can prepare for the same or how you should deliver impromptu speeches. As I said, you did not have much time, hardly 1 minute, or sometimes no time. So here we are not going to give you any time for impromptu speeches. Okay. So what we'll do is, uh, once you get a topic, okay, you should have a pen and paper, and you should note down the topic. Write down the topic. Nobody, so at least you get 10 seconds of time to process the topic in your mind while you're writing down. Writing down the topic clarifies a lot of things. Okay, so let's say you are in a meeting and suddenly somebody asked you to say something, and you can ask them, okay, what you want me to share, or what are expectation from my speech. Let's say it's just 2 minutes before the meeting starts, your boss comes to you and tells you that, why don't you talk about our recent success story? Why don't you talk about our recent achievement? Okay. So I will do it. Sit back, take a pen and paper, write down. Make 1 or 2 points at least, if possible. And if you don't have that time, also, at least write down what success story or what achievement you talk about. So note down the topic first. Second, audience will always prefer to listen to something that involves them. Okay. Let's say, for example, you are an audience and I'm speaking in front of you. This chat box and this typing e and me and this and that, that is my way to get you involved into it. Because once you type that, you're paying attention. It gives me response that you're attending, you're listening, you are paying attention, right? So for me, it is very important to connect with you in a one or other manner, so that I get to know that, okay, you are there. Fine. So all I'm trying to tell you is that you should try to connect with your audience. Now, there are different ways to connect with the audience. Okay. Number one, you can ask questions. I think we have discussed this while we were talking about content development, that you can always ask questions to your audience. How many of you have watched this film? And people will definitely raise hands or respond in a chat box or whatever. You can always ask questions to people. How was your experience visiting Dubai? Anything. How is your experience being part of the city? Whatever. So you can always do that. Okay. Asking questions is one of the way to engage and involve your audience. That's number one. Second, you can connect with them emotionally. How can you connect with them emotionally? By sharing the stories, examples of your life. So let's say, for example, when if you, how many of you attended the very first session? Type 111 in the chat box. Number one. Type number one in the chat box if you have attended the very first session of this entire series. Okay. I'm going to actually read out names of those people, huh? अरे नहीं बहुत सारे इतने सारे तो नाम मैं नहीं ले पाऊंगी. Okay, there's so many people. There's so many people who have attended the very first session. So how many of you remember that I shared my experience of being on the stage for the first time? When I went on the stage in my first standard, when I was a school student and I was frozen on stage. How many of you? Oh, yes, you remember, Satyam? Great. So many of you. So, why I shared that experience? To connect with you guys emotionally, to tell you that, okay, I also face the same. I have the same problems. I am also having the same issues. Okay. But I worked upon it and gradually I overcome it. Or probably, actually, reality में बोलूं तो I got comfortable with those goosebumps now. कि वो तो होता ही रहने वाला है. That is not going to stop. All I'm trying to tell you is, when you share your own problems, when you share your own journey, when you share your own struggles, or what you have experienced in your life, your audience will always, always like to listen to it. रादर देन शेयरिंग एनी टॉपिक, कोई टॉपिक के बारे में थियोरिटिकल एस्पेक्ट में बोलने से अच्छा है दैट यू टॉक इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर एक्सपीरियंस शेयरिंग मॉडल. So you try sharing your own experience. So whatever topic you're supposed to speak on, connect it with your personal life, connect it with your professional life, connect it with your own experiences in life, connect with anything that you find suitable. But that has to be some personal experience that you need to try to attach to that particular topic. Because once you do that, you know, जैसे मान लो होता क्या है पता है, आप बोल रहे हो और किसी का ध्यान नहीं, और अचानक से आपने कुछ ऐसा बोला कि आपने, अरे अच्छा आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ था. When you say your personal stuff, your own experiences, people probably might be doing something else, but the moment you start sharing your own stories, they'll, oh yes, oh my god, they'll pay attention, they'll listen to you, they'll look at you, because they want to know more about you. Okay. Of course, there is always a different opinion to this. Some people like to share their own stories and examples. Some people do not like to share. But Personal stories, that does not mean what happened in your family. You can talk about your work experience, your journey. Have you dealt with one particular client? What was an incident that you tackled really well? Let's say, for example, you're in an HR and there was some incident that happened in the company, and you're presenting in front of the new joinees or somebody who is a stakeholder in the company, and you can share that experience that this happened and this is how we managed it. So when you share case studies, when you share stories, when you share examples, you connect with your audience emotionally. There is another way to do this, okay? Connecting with your audience emotionally, there is another way to do is to, if you're not so comfortable sharing your own experiences and examples, share stories of other famous personalities. We have all the wonderful people in the world. So starting from sports people to singers to artists to dancers to media people to anyone that whom you feel is relevant and related to this particular topic. Think about them, share their struggles, their journey, their story, share something that you know about them. And if you're bringing something new to the table, your audience will pay attention and they'll listen to you. Okay, so all I'm trying to tell you is you need to ensure that you are connecting with your audience in one way or the other, and one of this way is emotional connect. Okay. So first मैंने क्या बताया था? What was the first point? You can ask questions to engage your audience. Second, connect with them emotionally. What is the third option? What are the things that you can do? See, connect with the other elements, which includes organization, which includes the theme for the day, the topic for the day. Yes. Okay. Yes, Shekhar, thank you so much for sharing it. So connect with other elements of their the topic of the day or probably theme of the day or the company that you are addressing to. So वो चीजों के बारे में आप बात कर सकते हो to connect with your audience. ये हो गया connecting with your personal example. Other thing that you can do apart from all this, you can try adding any quote, headline, any data specific details, anything that you read in the newspaper, magazine, or anything that you heard on social media, or YouTube or Instagram, or probably some news channel you listen to. In short, connecting it with current affairs. Connecting it with current affairs. If you can actually do that, people would actually listen and pay attention to what you're saying because you're connecting with. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. I am not bombarding on myself. If you have checked my Instagram page, I keep creating content on different topics and we keep experimenting because this is the time where Mumbai has a lot of Ganpati festival going on. So just yesterday, I tried posting something about Ganpati a day before, not yesterday, I think Wednesday. We tried posting something about Ganpati. We tried something like this for the first time. This is not, I don't want to promote any religion beliefs here. I'm just sharing my experience and example. That once we shared this, we have got like never before in terms of a response. More than 1,800 plus likes in just 1.5 days. So this was a new content that we tried. I tried writing something related to what was happening in the city. That was a current affair, which I tried picking up and it worked because everybody was thinking about it. Everybody was feeling something about it. So connecting your content or topic or whatever you are doing with the current affairs would always help because let's say for example, Oscars, when Deepika Padukone delivered a speech at Oscars, we created a video out of it on my Instagram page. So that's where we could share how was Deepika Padukone's speech at Oscar, and we actually evaluated what are the learning lessons that we can learn from it. So not necessarily that you need to talk about Oscars, you can talk about anything, but you have to relate. So I cannot just post an Oscar video or I cannot just speak about Oscars directly because that's not my field of work. But I can evaluate Deepika Padukone's speech at Oscar 2023. That's related to my topic, which is public speaking. Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to tell you? Connect your topic, what you're doing with the current affairs that is happening around the world, and you will catch the eyeballs wherever, whenever. Of course, let's say you're doing a presentation, you cannot use Oscar and Deepika Padukone's speech there. depending on your topic, audience, what you're dealing into, industry which you deal in, you need to decide what you want to do and how. So okay, so this is the fourth, in fact. So first was ask questions, second connect emotionally. Connect emotionally, may have given you two options. That is, one is use your personal story examples, and second, use stories and examples of celebrity, famous personality, and all. Then I've asked you to use data, statistics, quotes from magazine, newspaper, and using current affairs as a mode or a medium or a tool to grab attention. Let's say, for example, I was hosting one event, and this was on 25th of last month, August, 25th August. And I think around 22nd or 23rd, we launched Chandrayaan to moon, and it had a soft landing. So it was a very proud moment for the entire country. And I was hosting this event. It has no connection. It has actually no connection with the event. But because in generally any event when we host shows, we do have national anthem in the beginning. So once we had the national anthem and everybody was standing up and having a national anthem, once it got done, I mentioned about the success that India has achieved by launching a Chandrayaan 3 to the surface of the moon, and we had soft landing on the South Pole. uh, अभी वो जरूरी नहीं था, but वो एक element add किया. Everybody felt so proud. We had a background applause, and actually it felt good. So what I'm trying to tell you is your topic might be something different, but as an element, try adding current affairs, connect it with your topic, try engaging your audience through it. It would be better. So that's the another option. Next option that I can give you to deal with impromptu speeches is to make your audience do something. This is little difficult, but if you can do it, it would be amazing. So let's say, for example, your speech topic is something related to health and wellness. I think Etika is dealing very big into health and wellness sector. So I'll take that example. And you need to talk about health and wellness. Before you start your talk or before you start your speech, you can always ask your audience, write down 5 things that you want to stop eating, but you're not able to control it. Okay, if I ask you, what would be your answer? आई डोंट नो व्हाट द आंसर, बट एटलीस्ट यू विल स्टार्ट थिंकिंग ऐसा कौन सी 5 ऐसी चीजें हैं जो मुझे खानी बंद करनी है, मैं कितने टाइम से सोच रही हूँ पर मैं नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल वो चीज हो गया या कुछ और हो गया. मैं चीज को बदनाम नहीं करना चाहती यहाँ पे, बट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. सो वट एवर, व्हेन आई आस्क यू समथिंग लाइक दिस, व्हेन आई इन्वॉल्व यू इन एक्टिविटी, कि जहां पे मैं आपके पास कुछ लिखवा रही हूँ, आपको कुछ रीड करने को बोल रही हूँ, या फिर आपको कोई एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व कर रही हूँ, आई एम एंगेजिंग यू इनटू समथिंग, देन डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू एंजॉय दैट. सो आई, इफ पॉसिबल, इवन इफ इट इज एंड इम्प्रॉम्प्टू में बेनिफिट क्या होता है, एक तो आप प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं हो इतना, तो इसमें ऑडियंस को भी थोड़ा टाइम मिल जाएगा सोचने के लिए, आपको भी थोड़ा टाइम मिल जाएगा सोचने के लिए कि अभी आगे क्या बोलना है. ओके, बिकॉज व्हेन यू गिव एन एक्टिविटी टू एन ऑडियंस, they'll spend 10 minutes into it. In that 10 minutes you can prepare your notes कि भाई what I am going to talk about. Okay, so this is a hack. Okay, don't use it for a negative benefit. All I'm trying to tell you is try involving activities. So let's say, for example, in every offline session, so online maybe, I think Etika also did the same. जब हम कोई भी सेशन यहाँ पे स्टार्ट करते हैं तो उससे पहले हम एक म्यूजिक के साथ एक वीडियो चलता है. देर आर slides which are coming in, flashing up. What it does, it sets the tone, it sets the mood, right? It will not take more than 5 minutes for them to run that, but they're doing it in every session to ensure that we set the right tone for the session, build that energy, build that vibe. So that attracts people, that involves people. Even if when you have joined, let's say 10 minutes earlier and you have nothing to do, because I'm not going to start speaking before 10 minutes of a scheduled time. I'm not going, and even they are not going to start speaking, what to do at that time? So involving this video has helped us in a similar way, playing a big. So okay, recently I was doing one training program at Ibis Hotel Mumbai. So they had a training for their managers, and I wanted to build some energy in the room. So we played the song which is Jai Ho from some Slumdog Millionaires, and everybody started clapping, jumping, and we started with so much of a energy and bang that session started really well, and it sets the tone for the entire session that you're going to take. Okay. So if you are speaking for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 hour, whatever the topic, whatever is it, you can start doing that. I also observed this in one of the other trainers when I was attending one training program. This was an offline training, and there was a very expert senior trainer who was doing it, and I was attending. Okay, I also attend training programs, by the way, and learn from others. So when I was attending this, at one point, because post lunch, especially this time of a day, 3 o'clock is a very heavy time. लोगों को नींद आती है, involvement नहीं रहता है. There have so many other things to be done. So, the audience was not in a right state, and I think trainer could identify that कि ये नहीं सही से जा रहा है, कुछ different करना पड़ेगा. To our surprise, I don't know how he coordinated with the tech team. अचानक से एक गाना play हुआ, and that trainer who is holding a slide changer in the hand, उसने slide changer रखा, उसका चाय का कप साइड में रखा, सॉसर हाथ में लिया, और he started dancing. He actually started dancing for 1 minute on a Bollywood number in between of a training program. And अचानक से वो जो गाना बजा ना, everybody was like, ये क्या हो गया? And nobody could imagine a senior person like this dancing on such a Bollywood number in front of 1,000 people. It was crazy, but it brought the momentum back. It actually brought the momentum back. So engage your audience in whatever manner you can. Be it few minutes or few hours, doesn't matter. Being prepared, impromptu doesn't matter. Or ye prepared nahi tha, okay? This was impromptu. He saw the mood in the audience. He saw the energy flowing down. He saw people feeling sleepy, and he changed it suddenly to this. And then the mahal of the entire room was completely different. As a speaker, you need to build that vibe. As a speaker, you need to actually build that. And for that, first, you have to be in a right state of mind, shape. You have to do it in a right way. So always be ready with some fillers, some activities, some fun games, some icebreakers when you are going to speak in front of people, because that will help you in this impromptu time slots that you're getting while speaking. I hope everybody got this. Give me a thumbs up if you could understand everything that I just said. Everyone, quickly. I need a thumbs up from your end to move further. Only 2 people have given me thumbs up. Yeah, ऐसा तो नहीं चलता. Please now. Please now. ऐसा नहीं चलता. I want thumbs up from. If you have understood, if you have any questions, post it in Q&A. We'll surely take it towards the end of the session. If you have understood, then I think we deserve at least your response of one thumbs up. Yeah. Wow. So many people are responding. Great. Okay. So you can do that as well, where you're connecting with current affairs, and also you are connecting with different audiences through different activities, games, seminars, anything that you're doing for people. Okay. So that's how we would complete this particular aspect of speech. Even if you're talking impromptu, managing time is really important. So, okay, while I'm speaking this right now, I know that it is already 4 o'clock, and I have to wind up the session in next 25 minutes or so. So I have to ensure that I finish it on time. See, nobody likes a speaker who doesn't end on time. You have to be there, right? Even if it's impromptu. I know you did not have much time to prepare. It's not very rehearsed presentation, or you're doing something in a prepared format. But if you're supposed to do it, better you research and prepare. Or be ready in a manner that you can speak on the spot. At least give uh, enough justice to the time that you're consuming from people. Okay? So that's another suggestion. And yes, of course, be very open to new thoughts and ideas, because when you're speaking in impromptu, आपने बोलना कहीं से शुरू किया, फिर दिमाग में एक थॉट आया, आपने उसको ऐड किया, फिर दूसरा थॉट आया, उसको ऐड किया, तीसरा थॉट आया, उसको ऐड किया, तो जो करते 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 आपने जहाँ पे स्टार्ट किया था और जहाँ आप पहुंच गए, उसमें बहुत डिफरेंस है. Okay, so this platform will help you get there. Okay, so with this, I think it's time for us to start with impromptu speeches. Let's do it one by one. Anybody who wants to be interested in delivering impromptu speeches can raise their hand. Ekta will see and assign the members to me one by one. Okay. Kids in my colony wants to play. I think I need to just shut this off. I'll just shut this window. Okay, we will have impromptu speeches. Raise your hand if you want to deliver a speech in front of here everybody. I'll give you a topic on the spot. Note that you will have no time to think. You have to go on the spot and start. And one more thing, you can use Hindi and English both as a language. You can combine that. You will get 1 minute time to speak. Not much. हमें बहुत लंबा चौड़ा presentation कुछ नहीं करना है. 1 minute or so. I'll not stop you, but at 1 minute we will let you know that your 1 minute is over. And once your 1 minute is over, try to wind up so that we can give opportunity to everyone. We are planning to continue this for next 15 minutes. So let's have maximum participation. I want everybody to give it a try because this is your opportunity through which you would be able to deliver a speech in front of so many people. And believe me, nobody is going to judge you because halat in impromptu is same for everyone. Okay. So chale, let's begin. We have Satyam Meena here. Hi Satyam, how are you?
Yeah, I am fine. How are you, Nancy?
I'm good too, dear. So, your topic for today's speech, I'm going to give you one brand tagline.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you one brand tagline. This is a very well known Indian brand. First, you need to guess the brand name, and then you need to relate that tagline with any incident of your life and share it.
Right. Can
Okay,
we start now?
sorry.
Can we start now?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to give you the tagline. So, the tagline for you is just do it. Which brand is this? Just do it. ये कौन सी कंपनी का टैगलाइन है? सत्यम?
Yeah, Nike.
नाइकी. तो नाइकी का टैगलाइन है. अभी आपको नाइकी पे फोकस नहीं करना है. आपको जस्ट डू इट पे स्पीच देना है with one of the stories, examples, quote, whatever comes to your mind of your personal life or somebody else. Okay, you have 1 minute time and your time starts now.
Yeah. So in our life, most of the time happen, we face so much challenges. Like we can say we are facing hurdles. So that time we have certain things in minds what we can do. So just set a goal and just do it. And apart from that, let's make a plan and think big and just whatever you dream it and you can make it.
अभी
Just
सिर्फ 21 सेकंड हुआ है. कंटिन्यू.
just do it. We can read this thing at multiple places. We can say doing a big thing in a life, in study sectors and leadership sites and your job and personal lives. Whenever you face challenges, you can just follow that tagline and you will be super successful.
Where in your life where you were really confused and you just did something and it worked for you?
When I was in my I can say 12th exam, I was cracked the IIT's exam. That was my toughest time. So like first time I got failed. The second time I just prepared exam once again I prepared for the exam and I just do it that things and I got a great rank that times that I.
Great. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have spoken for almost 1.5 minutes and it was a great speech. Connecting it with your personal life. Try including. So, one suggestion to people, try creating a speech out of it. A speech should have clear opening, body, and conclusion. That's what we have learned on the content development day, right? So, try incorporating that. But still, Satyam, a great job. A big thumbs up. Let's have the next person. We have, I think, Teja Shiva Venkatesh. Hi.
Nancy. Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Nancy. Thank you so much for wonderful tips on this.
Anytime. Okay, so your tagline that I'm going to give you, first you need to guess the brand, okay? The tagline is express yourself.
Okay. Yeah, Nancy, I can express myself, but I cannot find that.
ऐसा थोड़ी चलेगा. Okay, any idea? Let's open it for the audience. Which brand is this? No googling out, okay? Nobody will Google it out. Allowed नहीं है वो. मैं next 5 seconds में पता चला तो ठीक है, otherwise leave it. 5. अच्छा, एयरटेल. ये संतोष ने पक्का गूगल करके बोला 110%, बिकॉज ये गेस करना डिफिकल्ट था. ओके, सो ये एयरटेल का टैगलाइन है तेजा. एंड एनीवे, यू आर नॉट सपोज टू, अच्छा यू न्यू इट, ग्रेट संतोष, आई एम जस्ट किडिंग. So Teja, you are not supposed to focus on Airtel. You have to connect it with something in your life, and you need to share a speech on that. You have 1 minute, and your time starts now.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for giving me opportunity to express myself in front of everyone. Even though it is little difficult to express myself. Yes, so expressing ourselves is very much important in front of everyone. Actually, everyone wants to express their self to the others. That is, even though our sorrows, our joys, our difficulties. So when we cannot express ourselves, then there will be a difficulty. But everyone should have a person to them who will hear us. So many times when we express ourselves, 50% of the problem will be solved. So yeah, this is the best blessing everyone means anyone can have, that they will be having a person who is ready to hear. So so I'm praying to the Lord that every one of you may have a person uh, who is very happy to see that you are expressing yourself. So
Great.
yeah, thank you.
You have spoken for 1 minute 18 seconds, and I think you have done it well and expressed yourself in a nice way. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Okay, next we have Sunita. Hi Sunita, how are you?
Hey Nancy, how are you doing? I'm doing
I'm
good.
fine.
Thank you so much. And
Yes,
thanks for the
Sunita.
wonderful session. Quite engaging, must say.
Thank you. Okay, Sunita, I'm giving you a tagline. First, you need to
Go
guess
ahead,
the
please.
brand, okay? Tasty bee, healthy bee.
I think Amul.
No. Amul is Taste of India.
Taste of India, yeah.
Anybody has any idea? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds.
Ola.
No. It's Maggie.
Oh. Now I
Maggie's
understand.
tagline is tasty bee, healthy bee.
All
Anyway,
right.
you're not supposed to think about Maggie, and I don't have Maggie to offer you right now. But you need to speak on this topic, tasty bee, healthy bee, and you have 1 minute to do that. Your time starts now.
Well, I think our life is all about the tagline of tasty bee and healthy bee, and how do you make it out of it, right? Each individual has got their uniqueness, but how differently you can make it says it all, right? I'm like, so I would completely put it as my passions, my desires, my goals, and then ensure that I go through the tough challenges, receive a lot of information, and then make my life quite tasty for self, and yeah, a lot of inspiration to others as well. And likewise, I have seen many people who would have really challenged their life and then given the taste of their life to others, so that the others can pick up the cues from their life and ensure that wherever you get stuck or have one hurdle, you will kind of overcome with it. And then as the tagline goes, right, कि सफल का फल मीठा होता है. It's like after the entire uh, race, I think what people taste it at the end of it is like really worthwhile. And I'm sure I had many in my life such situations, and many here would have actually undergone the similar kind of a situation.
Great.
So all I would say is like, just face that life as it comes, learn with it. Not all days are sunny, not all seasons are sunny. So whatever it is, acceptance and having that gratitude towards life, and enjoy the taste of it.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you so much, Sunita, for participating. And
Thank
yes,
you so much.
hope that we all incorporate and understand that it's a combination of everything that we do in life. There's not a particular thing that we need to focus on. Great. Good thought, and thanks for participating again. Yes, I think Ekta has clarified it, and I would like to repeat that there is nothing right and wrong in impromptu. We are not going to judge you. We are not going to give you feedback. We are not going to evaluate you here, because attempting something like this is also crazy. And believe me, if you give it a try, जब मैं आपको टॉपिक बोलूंगी ना, ऐसे पेट में धक धक होने लगेगा मन में. So वो होता है, हर किसी को होता है, because टॉपिक क्या आएगा, मैं क्या बोलूंगी, whether I'll be able to do it right or not. So we want you to first overcome that. Okay, if you are coming here and speaking, you have taken the first step, and that's more important than anything else. So do not miss this opportunity. We still have 10 minutes where we can do this, and let's try to involve as many people we can. Okay, so now we have somebody whose name is Ban Shahir Basha.
Yeah, it's Tahir Nancy. Yeah. Hi.
Tahir Basa.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
can
hi,
I call
Nancy.
you Tahir?
Sure, Nancy. I'm fine.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry I misspelled your name. So
It's okay.
Tahir, thank you so much for being here and ready for impromptu.
Yeah, Nancy. I'm ready.
Okay, great. So I'll give you a tagline and you have to give a speech on the same. And the tagline that I want to give you, okay, beauty bar of film stars.
Okay.
Beauty bar of film stars.
Beauty bar of film stars. Yeah, I'm not getting Nancy actually what it is.
That's
Which brand
Lux.
I'm not getting?
Lux.
Okay.
This is very crazy. Now I want to listen. What would you say on this? Okay, you have 1 minute and you have to speak on it. Your time starts now.
Okay, beauty bar of film stars. Okay. Yeah, we all know that film stars are the unique people among the society. They represent a different kind of part in society. Like most of the people know about them, but what they say is beauty bar of film stars. It means like they are showing everybody that even the most famous people use ev- use the soap bars which everyone can make available. Like it is not some kind of the different world thing, but it is the most common thing that everyone can use. So from this tagline, what we can even understood is like everything is not something out of the world thing. Even the most impossible thing we can achieve it. Like it not related to any race, any society status or any age. We can handle anything. Like we can achieve anything. So even if it is a most impossible thing, we can achieve. Like the film stars, they look most beautiful and most handsome, but yet they use the most common thing. Like the type they promote the product. So I think that kind of thing we can get from this tagline, beauty of film stars.
My goodness, I was not expecting such a wonderful impromptu on very weird topic like this. But you did a very good job, Tahir. I must congratulate you. You talked for 1 minute, 10 seconds, and that was more than what I could expect on this particular topic. You connected it with the topic and how it is important to ensure that everybody is same and we can also make it happen anything that we want to. So it was really nice. Good.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tahir, for being here. Okay, now let's move ahead. Somebody has raised hand. We have Manali Rai. Can we add her into the panelist? तो मनाली, अभी आपका नाम अनाउंस हो गया है तो आपको स्पीच तो देना है. बस चेंज ये है कि अभी मैं टैगलाइन नहीं दूंगी. आई एम चेंजिंग इट टू इडियम्स. टैगलाइन बहुत हो गया. अभी 2-3 लोगों के साथ इडियम्स पे ट्राई करते हैं. सो इडियम्स मतलब मुहावरे. जैसे हिंदी में मुहावरे होते हैं वैसे वैसे इंग्लिश में इडियम्स होते हैं. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू इडियम and you need to connect that idiom with some story, example, something that you know or you have heard of, and you need to speak on that idiom for next 1 minute. Don't worry, I'll explain you the meaning of the idiom also. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, मेरे को हाय हेलो बोलने से पहले इतना लंबा चौड़ा ब्रीफ दे दिया है, पता नहीं मैं कैसे बोलूं. Don't worry, we'll
Yeah.
manage. Okay, so beating around the bush. आप जानते हो इसका मतलब?
Yep.
क्या
Yes.
मतलब होता है इसका? इधर उधर की
सीधा
बातें
सीधा
करना.
जवाब नहीं देना बट
हाँ.
घुमा फिरा के.
Exactly. So you need to talk about this, and you have 1 minute. Your time starts now.
Beating around the bush actually makes me remind of my school days. So whenever teacher will ask like, "Arey, homework ho gaya? No, where is your homework and how is it done or not?" You'll keep on, thinking of the excuses that needs to be given. Like, no, I had some other work, or maybe I was not there at home, or mummy ne ye kar diya, so I could not do the homework. So beating around the bushes is something that I usually connected with my school days, or probably,
in the birthday parties कि अरे let's gift him this, gift him that, but directly बोल नहीं सकते अरे नहीं यार ये gift अच्छा नहीं लगेगा ना. You have to actually agree with the other people. Like you cannot even deny the other people, like you should not hurt them, but also you have to be like diplomat. Okay, no, but ठीक है चलो. Beating around the bush is something you relate with the everyday life as well. Especially in the office hours, in the meetings or in the presentations, you cannot actually give the direct answer, beat the seniors or even to the juniors. Like juniors ko, you don't want to dominate them, and to the seniors, you don't want to disrespect them. It's basically being a diplomat. So that's how I would relate, like, beating
Great. Great. You have spoken for almost 1 minute 15 seconds and it was great. And yes, sometimes we need to beat around the bush rather than coming to the straight to the point when we do not know the exact answer. But yes, majority of times, let's try to be very specific in our talk. That's more important.
Yeah. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you. Thank you for trying. Really appreciate your effort. Let's have somebody who would go next. So we have Rani. Rani, we are adding you to the panelist. Please accept the request. Rani, I'll also give you an idiom and you have to speak on that idiom related with your topic. Okay? Are you, Ekta, can we add Rani to the panelist? Yeah. Okay.
Rani,
Suppose
please accept the
panelist request.
panelist
आपको
request.
हाँ, आपको एक रिक्वेस्ट आया होगा, पॉपअप आया होगा जिसमें आपको रिक्वेस्ट दिया होगा कि आप पैनलिस्ट में ऐड हो जाओ. Okay, hi Rani. You can unmute yourself. Yes.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm giving you one idiom and you have to try connecting it with your example. Okay. So
Yeah.
Rani, the idiom is starting from the drawing board. Have you heard it before?
You
No?
can just guide me.
Yeah, of course I'll guide. So starting from the drawing board, that means starting from scratch. So you did something, it didn't work out, and you are now beginning from zero all over again. Okay? That is the meaning
Sure.
of this idiom.
Okay, I'll try.
Give it a try. All the best. Your 1
Yeah,
minute
thanks,
starts now.
thanks. Hi guys, everyone. When the life began, we don't know where it reaches. So we feel that we are reached to the level, but I think when we look back, it comes back to the same thing, saying that starting from the drawing board. So the lives take you to the different path, and till the time you reaches, um, whether you have reached or no, it is a question mark. So whatever you have done in the life, may it be going through the lessons or going through the chapters. So it starts with you have to look at it whether you have done your thing or not. Um, you have to start from the beginning, and it reminds us that the lesson doesn't end here, and that lesson has to move on and on. So one has to look at it that even if you starts from the drawing board, uh, you still learn a lot of things. So Nancy, I think I have not done much better, but I can take another.
Oh, hello. You just came here and spoke for a minute. That's more important, okay? Never evaluate yourself into impromptu because it's crazy for everyone. But making this attempt is more important than how well you're doing into it. So I should clap for you
Thank
for
you so
giving
much.
this a try. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining in and thanks for trying. We
Thanks.
have next one, Sunil Mishra. Hi, Sunil. How are you?
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Sunil. So, Sunil, I also will give you an idiom. And the idiom that I want to give you is take it with a pinch of salt. Do you know the meaning of this idiom?
Sorry, I don't know.
It's okay. I'll explain. Take it with a pinch of salt. That means कि इनकी बात को ना literally मत accept कर लो. इसमें थोड़ा मरी मसाला added है तो उसको मतलब बोलते ना वो थोड़ा बढ़ा चढ़ा के बोलने की आदत है उनको.
Okay, okay.
So don't take it literally, take it with a pinch of salt कि उसमें कुछ additional रहेगा उसका.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Okay.
you need to relate it with some incident in your life and speak on it for next 1 minute. Your time
Yeah.
starts
Okay.
now.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. And just I'm telling you one incident happened with me. One of my colleague was who always speak that any incident in a superlative way. And what happens? Just he got an incident of uh, uh, truck accident with his bike. Just he crossed the bike with the truck, and just after returning from over there, he said that he just we had got a very lethal accident, and we were horrified, and we rushed to that point. And and after observing, we have found that uh, there is nothing. And he was just saying that we have got very horrified accident. So at that time, just I evaluated myself, I have to take him as a pinch of salt. We should not immediately believe in anyone like that. He may clear the things in up the reality to the superlative mood. So we always think about that, just evaluate the situation with the present
Before
data.
coming to
And yeah,
conclusion.
to coming the conclusion like
Great, great. I'm happy that you could speak on it. Thank you so much, Sunil, for participating. I hope you enjoyed.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think one last we can take, Ekta, because it's already 4:26. So we have Sumanjali. If I have spelled your name correctly, Sumanjali.
Hi,
Hi. Have I spelled
Nancy.
your name
Yeah,
correctly?
yeah, it's correct. Yeah.
Okay, great. So yes, giving you the topic, last topic for the day, and that is also an idiom. And the idiom is once in a blue moon. I am sure you would have heard this somewhere.
Yes, yes, I know.
Matlab Amavas ka chand sort of a thing, something that happens rarely, or it's not a regular thing. So you can use this and you have to speak on it for next 1 minute and your time starts now.
So the once in a blue moon is, as we all know, it's a rare thing which happens in our life. Um, in my life, I I usually come very late to office. So it's a blue once in a blue moon. When I come office very early. So in my life, it's a case when I say once in a blue moon when I come to office. And at the same time, I usually I usually don't eat spicy food. So if I want to eat spicy, then I'll go with this idiom to I mean to say it's once in a blue moon when I eat spicy food.
Okay, okay. That was so honest of her saying that once in a blue moon I come early in the office,
Yeah.
okay? You need guts to accept this in front of everybody. So big thumbs up. See, nobody's perfect, okay? Even I have some of my flaws, and that's fine. We are good the way we are. But happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining and
Thank
sharing
you
this with
so
us.
much.
So with this, I think we should wind up this impromptu activity. Otherwise, it is never going to end. Do we have anybody else whom we need to accommodate, Ekta, or shall we close this part?
No, there are no raised hands, so you
Okay.
can continue with further. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So with this, I want to thank you all for being there throughout this journey and being part of all the sessions that we have organized within the month of September. It was a new idea which I gave to them and they liked it and they finally did it. And we have completed 5 sessions on public speaking and we have done this entire month as a public speaking month. And I'm really grateful to you all for being part of it. I would like to keep in touch with you. I would like to keep connected with you. So what I'm doing here is I'm sharing over here to know more about my work. You can check my website that is nancysha.in. I would like to get in touch with you through LinkedIn. So if you are there on LinkedIn, do drop me a connection request or follow. And I keep posting a lot of things on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook, even YouTube. So Instagram has little more school stuff, I would say. LinkedIn is little bit of a professional, and YouTube has everything. So any platform that you find suitable, we can keep in touch anytime. If you feel that I can be of any help, you can reach out to me. Just mention that you attended or you were part of the session that I conducted for Ethica on public speaking. That is enough of a reference. I'll be able to help you in any manner possible. With this, I think I am done. I'm looking forward to your feedback. If you feel like, you can post your feedback on LinkedIn, or you can write a recommendation for me on LinkedIn, or probably create a separate post out there. I'll be also posting something in a few days about my journey of conducting this sessions for Ethica and you all. So you can probably check and comment, and if you find suitable, that would help me build my profile. And I think what else I can ask for? Let's keep in touch, support each other, keep working, keep growing, and God bless.
Yeah, and further, I'd like to all the participation, thank you for joining and engaging with us and showing your presence for impromptu speeches. And
Ekta, do
yes,
they have access to previous sessions
yes, so the
recording?
previous recorded session is live on our YouTube channel under the name of Ethica Insurance Broking. So you can also start following our YouTube channel as well, wherein you will see all the past of the events that we have conducted.
Okay.
I'm resharing the Google page review. I request you all to please share us your review on Google page as well. And I would like to thank you, Nancy, for your wonderful insights that you have shared during throughout this September month, with the detailed discussion on each and every aspect of public speaking. And there's one more question in the chat box wherein Hemant Kumar will like to know like how to overcome fear to start.
Hi, Hemant. How are you? I think you have not attended the very first session that we had, because this is a topic which we discussed for an hour. Our first session was all about how to overcome stage fear. Of course, I can tell you a few things right now, but I'll not be able to do justice within limited time. So I will suggest you go through the recording of session 1. And through that, I think it would empower you a lot. So yeah, good luck. Go through the recording of session 1. And yes, just a pro tip, if I can give you, there is no specific way to overcome fear. There is only one way, and that is start trying. Go speak, experience fear, get comfortable with it. Because running away is definitely not an option. Do we have any other questions?
No, we don't have any other questions. And thank you everyone for your participation, for all the 5 weeks that you have participated. And thank you, Nancy, for such a wonderful sessions that you have given us. So with this, I will like to conclude this webinar for today.